Hi, darlings. Hello, oily animals and oily animal lovers. It's me and Shar. Hi, say hi, Shar Bear. So I wanted to talk to you guys about flea season. I was just petting Charlotte and I got to her chest area, and that's where I always find fleas for the first time, and it just made me think, oh gosh, it's starting to get a little warmer. It's before flea season, but flea season is coming, and she's getting a treat, so she stays with me while I talk to you guys because I want to show you what I do. So we're working with preventative measures, right? We don't want fleas because once we get them, they're very hard to get rid of. Am I right? Hi, Megan. So starting now, especially since we've had so much rain, flea season, I don't know if that sounds like it's going to make it worse to me. So I'm starting now with applying oils that deter fleas. Okay, so you can go ahead and just go straight to an easy one, which is Puriclean. Puriclean has citronella in it. It has citrus oils. It has, let me just look, Palo Santo, citronella, patchouli, mountain savory. Sorry, this writing is so tiny. Lemongrass, rosemary, very powerful oils that deter fleas. This is a great one to put on their sensitive areas. I usually do neck and chest, butt, so like right above the tail and even right around the butt hole. I'm just gonna say that because that's where fleas like to go. Maybe under the armpits too. I try to keep it away from the dog's nose because it's really strong and I don't want to over sensitize them. So in the beginning anyway, just like chest, and if you need to, remember, if you have a small dog, use carrier oil. Now these animal sense oils already are diluted, so you don't have to dilute them. However, if you have a really sensitive dog, I would add even some to this. Now, there's also just straight up citronella, right? This is also great, by the way, for you. Instead, don't ever use bug spray. It's terrible. I know, Megan, I know. I'm terrified. So citronella, you can also, you guys, put this in a spray bottle. 10 drops of citronella in a smaller spray bottle, like an 8 to 16 ounce spray bottle. Shake it up really well and then spray your dog if your dog likes to be sprayed. My dogs don't like sprays. It really freaks them out. So I just put it on my hands. I give my dogs many treats. We make this a really fun time of loving, and I just put it on their chest, put it around their butt, around their tail, and maybe under the armpits or around the ears. The other thing, I made my own blend for flea prevention too, and this has citronella in it, peppermint, about 10, I would say 10 to 15 drops of citronella, peppermint, lemongrass, and thieves, actually. Thieves is also a great one. So you can really do any of those oils that are high in phenols, which are the hot oils like peppermint, the things that when we put on our skin, we feel like heat or a cooling sensation. So those are great for anti-fleas. They do not like those. You can also, but keep in mind when you're using oils high in phenols that your dog is also more sensitive to those. So you want to make sure there's a lot of carrier oil. This is mostly carrier oil. It's like 2/3 carrier, probably more than 2/3 carrier oil, and the rest is essential oils. Make sure you always shake it up really well before you put it on. Also, I like to just take a couple drops and put it down the spine of your dog. But I would just start now. I would start light now. And then to take you right in through the summer, because if you're like me and you want to avoid the extremely expensive but also extremely toxic flea medications, you got to start early, because once the fleas are on them, it's kind of too late in my experience. So we just make this a fun time. So hopefully Charlotte will hang out. This is our first time doing this season. Oops, sorry there. So hopefully she'll be game to just hang out with me. So I'm gonna give her like a high priced treat, and in this case, we just do straight up dried chicken. Sit. And I'm gonna give her that, but I'm kind of gonna not give her all of it because I wanna bribe her a little bit. So I'm gonna get ready. I'm just gonna give it to her, and then I'm just gonna open this up, put some on my hands. We're having a happy time. I'm just gonna go right onto her chest. Sorry you can't see at all what I'm doing. So she's like, ooh, what's that really strong smell? So she just backed away. So I'm not gonna chase her. I'm not gonna freak her out and go chase her, right? we got a little bit on her chest. That's a great place to start. She was in a happy mood. She was calm, right? We never want to chase dogs down with oils, right? If they back away, it's because that's enough. Oop. So, hi, Kate. So you just, now she's coming back and she's probably like, can I have another treat? And she can have another treat if she lets me put another little bit of oil on. So, she's getting her treat, but she's also getting the oils, and eventually the oils won't, deter her. Look. She'll just get used to the smell, and she'll know that, oh, I get lots of treats when I smell that, So that's a good thing. So anyway, great way to prep for the flea season. So start with a drop on the chest or a drop on the butt, right? Right around the tail area, right around the butt. You might want to start there. Actually, that's going to be a little easier because it's away from her nose. And then you could just start moving up the spine. Drop, 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 drop. Brush against the grain of the hair into the fur. And then eventually, if you want to get around the ears or chest, that might be the best way to do it, is move from the butt forward until they get used to it. Make sure it's a time of lots of treats, no stress. If the dog runs away, and they should be able to leave the room, don't force them. You never want to force a scent on a dog. She came back because she wants more treats. So that means, okay, you get more treats, you get more oil. Does that make sense? Okay, so start now, you guys. Animal scents, Pure Clean. There's also there's another animal scents, Megan, you know the one I'm talking about. Parafree, that one too is also great. Anti-flea, and then Citronella, straight up. Okay, she's like getting impatient. Or make your own blend, especially if you want something more diluted for your smaller dogs. Yeah, spray bottles are great. Yeah, you're welcome, sweetie. Yeah. I just remembered myself, so I'm just like, oh yeah, I have to start now. So make this part of your routine. No fleas for the dogs this season. Okay, all the love. Bye, guys.